welcome to another episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Marian Delikwe, and I promise this episode is interesting. Now, youth occupy a prominent place in any society. Apart from being the owners and leaders of tomorrow, youth are foundation of a society. Our energy, inventiveness, character, and orientation play a major role in the development and security of a nation. Besides numerical superiority, youth have energy and ideas that are society's great potentials. These potentials are what the NYSC scheme have been able to harness over 51 years and counting. After the break, we'll be talking to someone who you would love to see on your screen, so stay tuned.
Section 6 of the National Youth Service Corps Act places in every state government the responsibility to arrange and provide accommodation, boarding, transportation, and to provide other facilities which are essential for the welfare of members of the Service Corps and the success of the scheme in the states, and also to arrange the provision of facilities for orientation courses and winding up exercises. While Section 7 subsection 4 states that every state government shall be required to provide such other facilities and contribute to the implementation and achievement of the programs and projects of the Service Corps in the states, including, but not limited to, land for agriculture, orientation camps, and transportation facilities. The Director General and the management of the National Youth Service Corps appreciates the efforts of all the state governments who have provided adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states, and uses this medium to encourage and appeal to other state governments to provide adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states in order to guarantee a smooth and successful service year. Thank you.
Welcome back. In case you just tuned in, you haven't missed much of the program. This is NYSC Half Hour with Marian Delikwe. Our first story is on Michael Chidube Ogbonna, a 7-corps member from Imo State who was mobilized to Kano State for his national service. Michael decided to carry out a personal community development project under the NYSC Sdgs Community Development Service Group. Michael provided the people of his host community with medical aid as well as educate the students of Antebello Evergreen Primary School, his place of primary assignment, amongst other things he did. Let's talk to Michael.
Family of development, we shall live it and teach it till we all see a new Nigeria. Team, we shall be all stakeholders together. We achieve more. Together we achieve more. All the challenge of development.
My name is Michael Chidube Ogbonna. I'm from Imo State, Onhajebema precisely. I'm a corps member serving under Kumbose local government at Antebello Evergreen Primary School and Islamia, my place of primary assignment. Then I've been involved and I've carried out several projects that includes the mass literacy projects, the renovation, the distribution and reconstruction of chairs and drugs to Chalawa Basic Primary Health Care Center in Kano State here. Then the mass literacy projects, well, I was inspired to carry out such projects when I look around my host community based on the ABCD, which is the Asset-Based Community Development under the community mapping as a project. Then I wrote a proposal in order to see that students who are being involved in the digital divide, the range of people who know how to make use of computer and those who does not know how to make use of computer, and also students who are socially not available to the 21st century requirement. So my impact to these students has been a way forward to see how I can groom them, teach them about the ways of SDG as a sustainable development goals and part of the United Nations Global Agenda for the year 2030. As we can know that the agenda for the 2030, we are already at the last decade of action, which most of the people are lacking behind. And as a goal towards achieving and realizing these aspects, I see the reason why the students who are involved, especially in my place of primary assignment, which are the host community where I'm serving, that they should benefit from this goal. One of the aspects of that is I teach them about building the character, the creativity, and also cultivating the career competency, teaching and educating the child as a whole. So these are values that should be inculcated in the life of every student, so that before the year 2030, we should be able to have a generation of new leaders who should be able to fit into the trends and also aspire greater to see how sustainable development will be achieved in our various societies. Then the renovation of the signpost at Chalawa Basic Primary Health Care Center, there is this lack in the aspect of obsolescence concerning the signposts, where it is very difficult for people to locate the basic primary health care center. And as well, when I got to the environment, I discovered that there are a lot of people who are lacking behind, who are vulnerable to sicknesses, and they do not have access to drugs in order to take care of themselves. So as a core member under the Sdgs group of the Nysc Sdgs, I took the advantage of the community mapping, seeing how I can be able to bring remedy to the vulnerable communities, especially young fathers and young mothers. So I have to also find way to raise drugs and also renovate the signposts, construct a seat where patients who attend their weekly maternity services in the health primary basic center can be able to have a nice seat. So in the aspect of doing that, I was able to raise drugs worth over 300,000 to 400,000 and distributed that equitably to the community as well, which the leaders, they all benefited, and the children, the vulnerable families also benefited from my project. My aspect of inspiration and passion is to make sure that the United Nations agenda is achieved before the year 2027, so that at the year 2030, when the international community will gather in review of the impact that the SDG has done so far in the world, I can be able to see the impact I have left behind. Passion and commitment is what we need. Is that not it? Yes. So if we don't have passion for development, there is no improvement in the society. Then another thing is the action that we take in the society. Is that not it? Yes. So what action is good and what action is bad?
The action that are good to study and work hard, to respect people, to help and preserve our ecosystem, e.g. trees and animals. The action that are bad.
Uncle Mike is a very good teacher. He teaches us and tells us not to be drug abuse and be honest to other people, and tell us among the core values of SDGs. He said teaching SDGs support to end corruption. In unity we achieve good thought of leadership. Ambassador represent SDGs.
He's teaching us CCA, computer, and sometimes he teaches us math. He always teaches us very well, and he's very kind.
I will miss him because he teaches us SDGs and so many things.
Copper Mike is one of the core members that was sent to do his primary assignments here with us, and being here with us is a very great achievement. Not only the teaching, he also helps our students by counseling them and telling them that it's not just for them to read and write. He tells them the right things, the norms, and also he helps them, apart from academic testing, and how to become a reasonable citizen.
What are the roles of Student Ambassadors Club in the society?
To represent the United Nations by showing good example of the story Nysc teaching us in the classroom. To show the example of peace and help other students to think right, act right, and say no to drug abuse, violence, and other social evil practices. To help the correct students to see a better academic career path.
That's good. So what I don't want you to forget is that you are an ambassador. And an ambassador is a representative of the Nysc SDG Club. Is that not it?
Yes.
So wherever you are, as you are going home, you are advancing.
SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. This SDGs group is a group that everyone would wish to be, because in SDGs I've learned that it's about everyone, everywhere, whether you are in the rural area or you are in the city, wherever you are, SDGs reach out for you. And the things we carry out in SDGs is for the benefit of everybody. In terms of gender equality, SDGs also advocate for gender equality. The females have the right to do the kind of work they can be able to offer, not that only the work will be secluded for men alone. No. So to me, SDGs offering that one is giving us, the female gender, a relaxed mind and sense of belonging in our society.
As a member of SDGs, I've come to realize that it has reduced so many pressures in the world, like the activities we have carried out as a group and also as an individual. We have carried out so many activities, just like drug outreach. We have reached out to so many vulnerable societies. We see how we can give them free medical services. By we now reaching out to them, we have tried to reduce some of the pressures they are facing. Not only that, also we have also reached out to schools to see how we can educate some of this upcoming generation. By educating them and also making them to see the value of education as individual.
I decided to follow Michael to this school to witness this experience because I am part of the Sustainable Development Goals as a Sdgs group in Kano State, and I believe this is a wonderful experience one will have to witness for the purpose of tomorrow. What we are here to do is all about partnership, because we are orienting and sensitizing our younger ones on how to build their education for tomorrow. So I believe this is a wonderful experience, and I believe following Mike to come here is a very good experience that can also aid me for the purpose of tomorrow.
One of the objectives of the Community Development Service under the Nysc scheme is to make sure that core members also participate in the national development and bridge the gap between their host community and Nigeria as a nation. So I believe that the people and core members also who are serving or who are prospective core members coming to serve in Kano State, they should find it more happily and accept the fact that they are in this far distance. They should not be thinking of how to leave behind what responsibility that has been given to them. They should embrace the change and also be creative and see what they can do to contribute towards our national development. So this is the area where I feel I can contribute as a personal development service to my Sdgs group. Thank you very much.
Well done to Michael, and a big thanks to you for what you are doing and what you will continue to do. Moving on, our next story is on Anita Charles, a graduate of Forestry and Wildlife Management from the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Anambra. She graduated in the year 2018 and was mobilized in 2019 to Makurdi, Benue State for her national service. During her service year, she learned a skill in hairstyling. Hairstyling, which she improved on throughout her service year. Anita decided to stay back in Makurdi after her service year, where she now runs her own beauty salon and also a certified Said trainer. Let's meet this beautiful hairstylist, shall we?
Dreadlock, and then we're trying to make braids on the dreadlock. So what we'll be doing is we're going to be using our crochet pin. This is a crochet pin. You put your pin underneath, okay, then you give me the extension. So this is our extension. We're going to put in the extension here, put it here, and then take another piece of the extension, because we're working with 3 pieces of, or rather 3 strands of the extension. So we'll do it this way. Ensure the length is equal. My name is Anita Charles, a graduate of Forestry and Wildlife Management from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, Anambra State. I graduated in 2018, and then I was mobilized in March 2019. I passed out in March 2020 before the corona period, I was posted to Benue State University, Makurdi, to serve. So after service, I learned a skill during the service year, and then I decided to stay back and establish on what I learned. I actually started this business the same year I passed out from Nysc. It wasn't because I wasn't getting a job. I started this skill because during my service year, I was already making hair for some persons around, and it was lucrative. I already had a customer base in Makurdi. So I felt instead of going out there and starting life afresh, I decided to just continue from where I stopped during service. So that was why I stayed back. And then the Benue State, or rather Makurdi, was more like a fertile ground for me. Before going for service, I didn't know anything about Said. I didn't even know there was anything about skill acquisition related to Nysc. I just knew I was going to go for service and probably start my life from there. So when I came, I got to camp, and then I saw that there was a space for Said. I joined the hairstyling class back then on camp, and then I was in the class, and I made hair for some core members during the camping season 2 alongside with my trainer. So that was where I got to know about the skill acquisition program. I don't have any cause to regret. Like, I am so proud of the decision I made. Whenever I look back, I'm really, really proud of myself and what I have done. So far, so good. I appreciate the scheme Nysc for first the opportunity to learn this skill. Even though I had the skill initially, but I needed to build on it and become perfect at my craft. I really, really appreciate them for that. I also appreciate them for the platform they gave me. You know, coming here, and then it was a strange land. I didn't know anybody, nothing, but I had to find my feet somehow, and then it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm so grateful for that opportunity, and that is why I decided, okay, it was time to give back to this program. Nysc has really helped my life, and I felt, okay, since I was a core member and then I learned this skill, I think it's also good for other core members too that are coming to learn this skill, because it's something that will help them. Whether we like it or not, women want to look beautiful every week. So it's something that is lucrative. You can't stay hungry, you can't stay out of job, because it's something you're using your hands to do, and then there is no how you would always get how do I put it now, make profit out of it. So I said, okay, it's good for core members to learn this thing, and that was why I decided to come back, and I applied to Nysc Benue, and I was so happy when I was given the opportunity to also train core members. For the in-camp, for my class, I've had over 200 students. Each camp I've been privileged to go to, I've had over 200 students each camp, and by the grace of God, I've been to camp for over, I think I'll say over 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, so which is over 1,000 students. And then for the post-camp training, I would say I have trained at least 10 core members. Ensure the length is equal. Please hold this. So you do this, you hold it, okay, and then we'll wrap. We need to add extension, and now let me show you how to add extension. See, I wrap it around my index finger, and then do it this way. Do you understand? So this is how we make our braids on dreadlocks. Is it hard? No, it's not hard.
I make my hair myself. So when I got to camp, I was in a class I just wanted to experience hair care because I'm a professional barber myself. So I wanted to know about ladies' care for hair. So Miss took care of my hair in camp, and she was a professional at it. She really cared for my hair. I was so impressed that immediately I fell in love with learning hair care for women. And learning here with Miss, I've learned a lot, and I look forward to going back home and first of all to make hair for my mom and my siblings, my sisters.
He has been a wonderful sister to me. He taught us very well and nice. After my service, I will open my own salon and employ people.
I love it, the way she taught us, the way she explained things to us. It was very understanding, and she taught us well in everything. So I plan to have a beautiful salon, and I want to thank the Nysc for this opportunity to learn this and what.
It has been an amazing time working at Nysc and Braid. I've been to other salons where they train people, but one different thing about my boss is that she teaches you the theory aspect and she teaches you both the practical aspect. That's the beautiful thing about my boss. And then working here has really helped me. Like, it has really assisted me academically. Like, I've been able to fund myself academically in school to pay my bills in school, and I appreciate that a lot.
One significant thing I can thank Nysc for is helping me to put food on my table. Because if I didn't know about if I wasn't part of the side, or if I didn't take my side serious, I wouldn't have been able to build on the skill. And today, at least I can feed myself. It's a blessing for me. It's something I am grateful for. And I know that without Nysc, it wouldn't have been possible. Maybe I would have just gone back home and just maybe looking for just lying around. But because of this side program under the Nysc, I've been able to do something for myself as an individual. I'm not depending on anybody to give me money for anything. I have money to feed, which is very important. At least I can eat food and all that. So that's one very basic thing that I'm grateful for.
Nigeria songs, Nigeria we serve.
The importance of learning a skill cannot be overemphasized, so you should learn one today. All right. On that note, I'd like to say a big thanks to you for tuning in. Remember, you can always catch up on Nysc Radio, 88.3 FM Abuja, and Nysc TV on free-to-air satellite. Also on facebook.com/official Nysc. For your feedback and a chance to get featured on the program, kindly reach out to us via the social media handles displayed on your screen. And dear call members, be your brother's keeper. You see something, you say something. This is from Night Journeys, and kindly discontinue your journey after 6 p.m. because your safety first before anything else. I am Marian Delikwe. Be security conscious, and bye for now.
You so